Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So starting off, I do need to do a little bit of nail prep just around the cuticle area. So I am taking this cuticle bit and just going around and making sure to get any of that excess product from my previous sets that I've been doing. This is the only prep I will be doing to my natural nails, since I will be applying a peel-off base coat, which you guys will see later on. So I'm just using my gel in the forward motion. I don't know the exact term to say, but I am doing the forward motion, and then here I did put it in reverse so I can get more of that excess product from my cuticle area. So off camera I did go ahead and start off my peel-off base coat, but I decided to record it for you guys just because I didn't show it in my previous video, but I did want to show it in this video. So I did go ahead and take a little bit of cuticle oil and applied it to my natural nail area, and now I'm just rubbing it in. This is the Pretty Diva cuticle oil, but I believe any cuticle oil will work for this process. Now that I have the cuticle oil rubbed in, I am just taking the matte top coat, also from Pretty Diva, and applying that onto all of my nails, making sure just to do a very thin layer. And for this step, you do want to make sure to have a designated top coat for this method, because it will get contaminated with that cuticle oil, and you don't want to use a very good top coat on like a client and see the separation from that cuticle oil. So like I said, just have a designated one just for the peel-off base coat. Once I'm done applying this first layer here, I will go ahead and cure for only 30 seconds to the nail lamp, and then I will do a second layer. The second layer does just help to get any areas that might have been missed from doing the first layer, just because like I said, it does kind of separate from the cuticle oil. So this does ensure that you don't have any spots missed, so that acrylic does not stick to your natural nail and it does pop off easily. So after I'm done applying this second layer, I do go ahead and cure again for only 30 seconds. So for the nail tips today, I will be using the 3XL No Secret square tips along with the Brilliant Noir nail glue to adhere them. Now that I have all of the nail tips applied, I am going in with one more layer of that matte top coat, mainly focusing where the nail tip and the natural nail meet, just to give a bit more strength when I go in and trim these down. After I am done with this next layer, I do cure in the light for another 30 seconds just to make sure that is nice and fully cured before we get into trimming them down. So for today's length, I wanted a medium to long length, so I do have 5 magnets on my nail tip cutter, and I'm just trimming down all the nail tips to that same exact length. And then very quickly, I'm just taking my 100 grit hand file and shaping up the sidewalls just to make sure everything is nice and flush, but also to make sure to get those little edges of the nail tip to make sure they're nicely tucked in. And then once I'm done with that, I do just take my brush and wipe away all that nail dust. So for today's acrylic, I will be using the color Amore from our Cover Dreams collection with Kairos Nail Supply. It's a very beautiful, nice pink color with a very little bit of glitter pieces in it. And just because this cover color has glitter, it does not need to be encapsulated. It doesn't really file away any of that glitter, so you don't really notice it if you file it. But if you want to encapsulate it, go ahead, but I didn't do it in today's set, and you will see that it did not file any of that glitter away. So using my size 14 BombNailz acrylic brush, I took a medium-sized bead of acrylic and placed it where the nail tip and the natural nail meet, and I just slowly started dragging it down towards the free edge just to get the nice structure going down there. And then I am making sure to wipe down my sidewalls to keep the nice square shape we do have as well. And then here I'm just wiping away any excess acrylic powder that I do not need on the nail, and then I will be going in with another medium-sized bead of acrylic for the cuticle bead. And this is how the nail is looking like. So I will be doing the same exact thing across the rest of the nails. I mainly tried to stick with the 2-bead method for today's video. I am not building up the apex super thick or anything like that just because it is a pop-off set. But if I do not accomplish the nail in 2 beads, I do go ahead and apply more beads where I feel like it is necessary. So this is what the nail set is looking like so far once the application is done, and just look how beautiful this cover color is. I highly recommend it. I absolutely love it. Now I am just taking my fine 501 drill bit and going around the cuticle area just to make sure that is nice and flush, and then I will be working that over the entire surface of the nail as well. And for reference, like I mentioned in all my videos, I do have my drill at the speed of 9,000 RPMs when doing any finish filing using my e-file. Next, I am going in with a medium grit sanding band. This is from Nails and Blinks, and I am going over the cuticle area just once more, and then I am filing over the entire surface just to smooth it out from the previous steps. Next, I'm just taking my 100 grit hand file and shaping up the sidewalls just to make sure that it's nice and straight. And I am also getting underneath the nail to get any acrylic that might have spilled over when doing the application. And I believe I filed the free edge of these nails off camera just because I couldn't keep it in frame for today's video. Now lastly, I'm just taking my buffer and buffing over the entire surface of each of these nails. I am doing a little bit of nail art, not too much, but just a little bit, and I do want the surface to be nice and smooth for that. Once I am done with all the filing, I'm just taking this brush and this alcohol and wiping away all that excess dust because I do not want that on my nails when I go in with my nail art. So this is what our nails are looking like after they've been shaped and filed. Just like I said, look how beautiful that cover color is. So getting into everything we need, I am using the pure ivory color once again for some 3D flowers, along with this charm that I did have in my drawer. And I am also using this new product we released on KAIROSE Nail Supply. It is our sugar glitter, and to have that on top of, I will be using the classic white gel polish. So first I am taking our classic diamond gel top coat and I am applying that to all of our nails because since we are doing some textured nails, you want to make sure to top coat beforehand. Otherwise you will kind of have to top coat around the sugared area and it just doesn't really work out that good. So once I am done applying the top coat, I do like to clean up all my cuticle area, wipe down the sidewalls, and then cure for a full 60 seconds in the nail lamp. So to kind of quickly get into the new products we released on KAIROSE Nail Supply, so the sugar glitter is one of them, so that way you can do like textured nails, encapsulation, mix it in with acrylic powders, anything like that you can use that sugar glitter for. And the container it comes in is only 10 grams, but it does have a lot in it, so you can make the best out of just that amount. And another product we did recently release as well is a cuticle oil refill. Everybody is obsessed with our peach scented cuticle oil, so we decided to go ahead and launch like refill bottles. So those are available as well, and they are in 2 ounces, so you can get a pretty decent amount refilled in your cuticle oil bottles. And then lastly, this isn't really exactly like a new release, but you can bundle up the cuticle oil refill along with the cuticle oil bottles. So that way you can get the actual bottle that's already pre-filled, and then that way when you run out, you do have that refill already. So if you're interested in any of those new products, I do have our link down below like always, and if you use code YouTube, it does save you 15% on your purchases. So now that I've announced all of that, getting into the nail art, I am just doing some V French tips again. I know I just did that in my last video, but I am doing that in today's video just because it's super easy to do and it does give off like an elegant look with the sugar glittered like texture. So after I did that nail, I did the V outline and then infilled it, and now I'm just taking the sugar glitter and sugaring it on top of that uncured gel polish. You want to make sure that it's uncured, otherwise that glitter will not stick. And then once you have it fully covered, just kind of pat in the sidewalls to make sure everything is nicely secured, and then go ahead and cure for about 30 seconds in your nail lamp. And then once everything is cured, I'm just brushing away all the excess glitter, and that is how the nail should look. So I will be doing the same exact thing on all of the nails except for the ring finger. So I will go ahead and just let you guys watch the rest of that. So off camera I did go ahead and apply this nail charm to my ring finger. It was kind of hard to do that in frame because it was like slipping and sliding everywhere, so I just did it off camera. And to adhere it I used the McCart Rhinestone nail glue. Now I am taking that pure ivory color once again, and I am doing some 3D flowers along that charm. So here I'm just taking like a medium to large size bead of acrylic for this size brush and doing like one of those pointed like flower petals, and then I am doing 2 flower petals on the sides of those. Now that our nail set is finally complete, it is time to finish it off with some cuticle oil. So I'm just applying a little bit of that to my cuticle area, and I will just gently rub it into my cuticles just to make sure they're all nicely nourished and moisturized and everything like that. But that is pretty much the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!